Welcome back, folks. Today we're back with hands. As you can see, I'm partly putting that together. I'm going to save you the trouble and show him back together from the front end and the tank back on, hopefully. So 1, 2. Here we are. Here we are. The front's back on. And now that you've seen him back together from, well, the most part of him, good news, if you haven't seen my latest video, Werner here passes MOT with flying colours. Yeah, proud dad. The next thing to happen to him, now he's passed his MOT, and it is that time again where I seem to line them up perfectly to happen all at the same time, is his service. As mentioned previously, everything's there to get going. So that will be coming up shortly, his annual service. Now, you didn't think I would miss out the bit where I was doing all the doing. Well, here we go. Nicely new painted head unit. Just put on the headlight ring. Here's the old one. And I've got some new side lights. It's not fiddly at all, is it? Ooh, it's got heavy now. I think the front end's got heavy. Let me put the good old toolbox back. So I know you're probably thinking, you need a wider screwdriver there, Dame. I do. I don't have one. And that worked okay. Perfect. It's the same on both sides. Cool. And you may be noticing the amp meter here is missing, and that's because I couldn't get it out of the old head unit. Bullet Wanderer told me what it was called recently. Neville. Let me check. Nacelle. Nacelle? What's the pronunciation? Nacelle. Anyway, couldn't get it out. So I've got a new one because, I couldn't get it out and I was damaging this around. Yeah, so I've got a new one. So let's get that. Courtesies of Hitchcock's Motorcycles. Go check them out. For anything Royal Enfield related, they pretty much have everything. They also sell second-hand parts. Good job. Right. Okay, make sure it's straight. So it should look like that. So I've got the dark one because it matches the Speedo. So much grime everywhere still from when it was parked up for like 4 or 5 years in the woods. Oh. Okay, time to put the wheel back on, the front one. Okay, there's a little spacer there. There's another spacer here. Because it has this little tiny spacer there. Put this spacer in first. Okay, spacers were on the wrong side, so I switched them over. The Speedo clicked in. Perfect. Let's get that lined up a bit. Where is a rear axle? There it is. Alright, let's put the axle in. That should at least help with lining this all up. Bash it through. Right, then we've got a washer. Voila, and the nut and bolt. It did have some red Loctite, like lock thread on it. Maybe I'll put a tiny little bit of the blue one I've got. Alright, finger tight. But now, say so myself, I think it looks pretty cool. Why do bikes just look really cool without a front mudguard? Yeah. Okay, got to tighten the front nut, and speedo's done. I've spun the wheel around, so that seems okay. And mudguard, and that bit's done. And then the electronic cables, put the light back on, and I can fit the tank, plug that all back in, and then fill it with fuel. Let's go. Hands is pretty much back together. I do have a few other little bits still to do, as you can probably see. One being the electrics. Everything's plugged in apart from the indicator so far, because I need to do some rewiring, and then I can put the headlight back on. And I do need to reconnect the choke. So then it's going to go onto here. And I also need to connect the throttle cable, and that's it on that side. And then obviously fasten up the controls. Oh, and I did put some polish on here. This one, Formula One polish. And then I forgot about it. So I need to use this little tool and give it a little wax on, wax off. I can do that now. Let's try this one. Oh, that's better. Oh, that is nice and shiny. I am actually very pleasantly surprised how that's come out. You know, it's not perfect. It's an old tank, and the bike was left outside for like 4 or 5 years. But that blue has come out spectacular. All right, next. Actually, before I do anything else, and when I say anything else, the next bit I'm going to rewire the indicators, connect those bits. Before I do anything else, I'm peckish, so off to get a snack. And what snack? Well, that's right, popcorn from the microwave. So, snack in hand, best movie in the house. Not me, I mean, just looking at your motorcycle while you're in a garage, in your man cave. Ah, can't complain. Right, I'm gonna sort electrics out. I'll catch you guys in a little bit. In the meantime, have any of you ever owned a Suzuki Boulevard Boss? It's the full black version. It's caught my eye recently because it looks a little bit like the blackened version of the Harley Davidson Road King, but it's not a Harley. And so far I know what my audience members think of Harleys. As much as I like Harleys, never owned one, so I can't really give too much input. Need a Japanese Harley, don't I? That's what I need. And the Boulevard, or C50, 800cc, Boss. Black out Suzuki something. Yeah, right. Well, headlight and indicators have been rewired, wired in. I don't know if they're the right way around. So, wish me luck, ignition on. Okay, we have a green light, but it's very faint. And it's very likely that the battery is very low. I charged it about a month ago, so it probably is dead. Also, I could kickstart it and get the bike started, which means I won't need the battery. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to fill little Hans here up with some fuel and try and kick him over. Dun dun dun. Actually, before that, I need to put the controls back together. I'm going to do that now. Okay, I need some screwdrivers. One very long dangly screw out. Right, them. Okay, a little bit sticky. Cable's in. Maybe I'm going to tighten up the screws. That should be more free moving. As you can see, headlight is back on. I've just attached it because if I'm going to start it, it is a kickstart only. I don't want that flying out somewhere and smashing. And yeah, still no luck. But just about hear a horn. Ready? All right, let's put some fuel in this baby. No fuel. That's not helpful. In that case, we'll be back for part 4 to get hands-on hands back on the road. Ciao for now.